Hey everyone, it's the one and only magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over my AEW Full Gear 2025 predictions. I'm just simply going to go over all the matchups and I'm just going to tell you who I think is going to win each of the matchups. Now, there are some matchups that I know that are for sure confirmed, but I'm sure there are some matchups that I'm not even aware of what's happening. So, before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. And yeah, like always, if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below. And if you aren't subscribed already, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. And if you want to share the video, that would be great too, and very much appreciated. So I don't think we should delay. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, Full Gear will be taking place this Saturday, so essentially 2 days from now. I don't know. You guys might get this today on Thursday, or it might be saved for Friday. I don't know because I still have something else that I gotta get to at this point. So we'll see. You guys will either get this today or Friday for sure. And it's gonna take Full Gear is gonna take place in Newark, New Jersey. All right, so let's get into the matches. First, I'm assuming, yeah, this is going to be a pre-show match. We have a tag team match with Boom and Doom. Okay, Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall with Big Justice versus RPG Vice, Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta. Well, okay, I'm just going to go over this quickly. I think that Boom and Doom are going to win, just simply that Tony Khan, he doesn't want Big Boom AJ losing, even if it's a pre-show match. So, for that very reason, the Costco guy is not going to be losing this match to Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta, who happen to be a part of the Don Callis family. So, yeah, give me Boom and Doom to win this pre-show match. Now we got ourselves we got four of them. Okay, the next pre-show match is a $200,000 fatal four-way tag team match, and the winning team will receive $200,000 cash prize. And this contest is between Max Caster and Anthony Bowens facing the Bang Bang Gang of Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson versus Big Bill and Brian Keefe versus the Outrunners Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. Who do I think is going to win this one? I mean, again, there's a good chance that I could be wrong, which, I mean, just to clarify, I do these picks for fun. That's all I do them for. So, I guess if I had to pick somebody, I'll guess I'll go with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. I mean, I don't know if that's the idea or if that's the plan, but by the way, they say they're not the Acclaimed, but they're teaming up again. So I don't know. I guess they're just randomly paired. I guess I don't fucking know. But if I had to pick a team, I guess I'm gonna go with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Not that it really matters because this is a pre-show match. Look, I don't want to spend too much on these pre-show matches, but anyway, that's my pick. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. That's my pick. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have a trios match for the CMLL World Trios Championships, and we have L Sky Team, Masakara Dorada, Mystico, and Neo. Those are the champions, and they're going to be facing the Don Callis family members of Okada, Takeshna, and Hechicero. Okay, who do I think is going to win? See, I didn't even know this match was happening till now. I guess I'll go with L Sky Team to retain. Although they could put them on the Don Callis families, but I feel like why I'm saying L Sky team to win and retain is because I feel like the implosion of Okada and Takeshita is gonna just become more apparent. And what way to bring us closer to that goal is by having one of them, get pinned, or, well, maybe Hechicero's in there to take the pinfall loss, but the fact that they don't necessarily win, that could help bring us closer to that goal of eventually we're going to get Okada and Takeshita one-on-one. So give me L Sky team, but I could be absolutely fucking wrong, and maybe they put those titles on the Don Callis family. I don't know that for a fact, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, give me L Sky team to win. Next up, we have oh boy, another tag team match between Hook and Eddie Kingston versus TBA to be announced. And since I don't know who the other damn team they're going to be facing, this is going to be easy pick. Of course, I'm going to go with Hook and Eddie Kingston. How the hell am I going to pick the other team if I don't know who the hell they are? So that's probably the easiest pick. So yeah, give me Hook and Eddie. Yeah, give me Hook and Eddie Kingston to win. All right, now we're on to the main show. Damn, finally. Oh boy, here we go. Woo, we're going to start with a doozy. We have ourselves a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. And it's going to be between the AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander, defending against the fucking belt collector, 13, or is it 14? I can't fucking keep count. But anyway, the belt collector Mercedes Moné just literally won another championship last night on, I don't know if it was Dynamite or Collision, because they both blended into a 3-hour special, because the pay-per-view is this Saturday. But the point is, yeah, Mercedes Moné won another damn belt from, what was her name, from Ring of Honor. Golly, I can't even remember. But the point is, Mercedes Moné, she's up to 13 or 14 belts at this fucking point. Half of them, nobody knows what the fuck they are. She doesn't even fucking defend hardly none of them. So I think it is 13 belts, even though she has 14, because the women's Owen the Hart Championship belt is not a real belt. It's just a prize that you get for winning the Owen the Hart tournament. Adam Page, he has a Owen Hart championship belt, but other than the first week when he won the tournament, you don't see him fucking parading that title around. It's just an honor to have it. That doesn't mean it's an actual championship belt that you can add to your collection. Hello, wake up, Sasha Banks. Mercedes Moné. Damn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh boy, here we go. What is Tony Khan gonna do? Is he gonna finally put the AEW Women's World Championship on Mercedes Moné and have her beat Chris Statlander 3 fucking times? I hope to fucking God not. Oh God. People are already bitching, understandably so, that you're putting all of these titles on Mercedes Moné and nobody knows what half of them are. And Mercedes Moné, she thinks, okay, listen. She is talented, okay? I'm not saying that she's not talented, but come on. Her to have 13 to 14 fucking championship belts, she ain't that fucking good. Like, damn. She acts like she's fucking, she acts like she's John Cena or some fucking shit. Or she acts like she's like Trish Stratus. No. When Mercedes Moné is done wrestling in the ring, nobody's going to remember any of those championship belts that she currently has. I couldn't even tell you fucking what half of them are. She's got the TBS championship. She's got one that looks like a fucking Ferris wheel, I think. I don't even know the name of it, but I think it's got like a pink strap. Or maybe it does have. I can't even fucking remember. She's got so damn many, it's ridiculous. She's got a CMLL Women's Championship, and I believe she's got a Ring of Honor. I believe she's got both of the Ring of Honor women's titles. She's got a Ring of Honor women's television championship, and she's got their women's world championship now. Is she going to get AEW women's world championship? Is she going to beat Chris Statlander again? Oh man, oh god. You know what? Let's talk about their little part in Blood and Guts for a moment. So yeah, Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné, they were in Blood and Guts, and well, there was a little part toward the end of the women's Blood and Guts match where all of the competitors were locked inside, and this was fucking ingenious. Julia Hart and Tekla, they both found a way to climb to get out of the Blood and Guts structure. On both sides of the cage, there were these two small openings that both of them crawled through, right? And they both got out. And so they beat down the referee with the key because he had the referee on the outside locked the cage, but they both beat him down and they got the key. They unlocked the cage and then they started dragging out Harley Quinn. I mean, not Harley. Oh my goodness. I don't know where Harley Quinn came from. I meant to say Harley Cameron. Oh my goodness gracious. Uh, so they started dragging out Harley Cameron, then Jamie Hayter, and then they tried to drag out, they almost got Chris Statlander dragged out of there, but she was able to counter because Mercedes Moné was dragging out Harley Cameron, then Jamie Hayter, and then she tried to drag out Chris Statlander, and well, Chris Statlander counters her. Both of them, both Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné, both fight outside the out the cage, and well, so both of them, both Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné, end up climbing the structure, and it was worth seeing that when both of them were fighting, Chris Statlander eventually countered her, and she lifted up Mercedes Moné on her shoulders, and both of them dropped. There's a table below with all of Mercedes championship belts on it, by the way. And so when Chris Statlander has Mercedes Moné up on her shoulders, both of them drop and go flying through the table. So, you know what? That was a cool fucking spot just to see Mercedes Moné go for that fucking pain and suffering. And that just took both of them out of that match. And the match wasn't too long after that because, like, oh my god, yeah, y'all should have, if y'all didn't have a chance to see that match, I mean, ooh. So the heel team ended up winning that match, by the way, because they, Marina Shafir, the only woman of the Death Rider, she was oh my gosh, she was up in there, and well, let's see, there was one spot where Tony Storm had brought out a fucking mirror, and she was going to do she was like, she had set up Marina in one corner near the turnbuckles, and she set the mirror like in her face, and she was about to do a hip attack. But then when she went to go do it, Marina Shafir stood up and threw the damn mirror in Tony Storm's face, and it broke all to hell. And then they proceeded to beat Mina Shirakawa like a dog because, let's see, Marina Shafir had Mina Shirakawa in a submission hold, and earlier in the match, Mercedes Moné brought in all of her championship belts, and all of the heel members of the team, they used the championship belts like weapons. They were whipping each of the women like dogs. And then we got to the end of the match, Harley Cameron, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Mercedes Moné are locked out of the cage at this point. So Willow Nightingale, she's somewhere fucking dead in the one of the two rings at this point because she's been beaten down. She was one of the two that started the match. And you have Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla holding down Tony Storm while Megan Bain is using one of the championship belts. And you got to remember, Mina Shirakawa is unconscious at this point, and Marina Shafir is holding in a submission hold on Mina Shirakawa, and Megan Bain is in there whipping Mina Shirakawa like a dog. And then that's when they're just endlessly torturing her, but then Tony Storm finally surrenders and the heel team wins, so that way they'll stop the torture at that point. Both of them matches were fucking brutal. Some people like the women's. I like what they did, but I think I liked the men's a little bit more because I don't know. I wasn't expecting a whole lot from it, but Anyway, I gotta pick somebody, right? You know what? I, every time I've, most of the times I picked Mercedes Moné, it's worked out, but no, fuck that. I'm not picking Mercedes Moné, even if I'm wrong, which is, oh God. Nah, fuck that. No. I'm going with my girl. I'm going with Chris Statlander to finally beat Mercedes Moné to retain the Women's World Championship. No. I can't, in good conscience, actually pick Mercedes Moné. So give me Chris Statlander to win and retain. I don't know why I feel good about this, but damn it, I feel like he's gonna make the call and just have Mercedes Moné not win the title yet. Oh man, I hope it isn't a false feeling, but damn it, give me Chris Statlander to win and retain. All right, sorry, we gotta move on. I was talking about the blood and guts match, a little bit of it. Anyway, oh my goodness. Next up, we have a steel cage match for the AEW World Championship, and it's going to be between the AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page defending against Samoa Joe, 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions. Oh boy, who do I think is going to win? Well, before they made it a steel cage match, I was thinking, okay, they're just going to have Hangman Adam Page beat Samoa Joe again. But see, since they made it a steel cage match, now that's got me, damn, I don't know, that one's got me thinking a minute. I don't know, man. They could have Samoa Joe beat Adam Page, but then I don't know, like, would they really want Samoa Joe to have the world title and the Trios World Championship at the same time? Well, I mean, look at fucking Mercedes Moné. I mean, it wouldn't be that unfucking believable, would it? For him to have two championship belts. See, when somebody has, even if somebody has two championship belts at the same time, there's nothing initially wrong with that, but when you're getting up to 13 and 14, that's a little fucking ridiculous. Tony Khan, like, come on. You know, I hate to say it, but do you think Mercedes Moné is going to save your women's division if you give her all the gold? Because I don't fucking think it will. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna do the opposite. It's gonna backfire. That's why Chris Statlander, she needs to fucking win. It has to happen. Like, damn, it doesn't even feel like she's lost. Not Chris Statlander. It doesn't even feel like Mercedes Moné has lost, and she has, to Toni Storm. But anyway, let's get back to the steel cage match. We've talked enough about Mercedes Moné for one video. Oh, I'll be talking about her when we go over the results, whether if it's good or bad. Anyway, I mean, I could see them having Samoa Joe beat Adam Page, but I don't know. I was originally in the belief that, I don't know where the fuck MJF is. Maybe he's just taking a break. My question is, do they even still acknowledge him being the men's Casino Gauntlet winner to cash in that contract for a world title match? Because of that possibility still lingering in the air, I'm going to go with Hangman Adam Page to win and retain. Although there could be some bullshit to happen where Samoa Joe does win the world title. I could see that being a very real possibility. So I think it's either got to be Samoa Joe or MJF that takes the world title off of Adam Page. And I'm still going to hold out the possibility of it will be MJF. So I'm going to go with Hangman Adam Page to beat Samoa Joe once again. It should make for a, their first match was pretty good, but I feel like the steel cage environment, I feel like I know it's designed to keep the ops out, but like, come on. Has that ever really fucking worked to keep people out of a steel cage? No, not really. So the ops will somehow get involved. Oh yeah, for sure. So we'll see, but I have Hangman Adam Page winning and retaining. Now, now we have a, what do we got up next? We have a tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We have Bandito, and Brody King defending their AEW World Tag Team Championships against FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood with Stokely. Okay. Anyway, all right. So who do I think is going to win this match? I could see there being a situation where they could give it to FTR only because they're planning on doing another match between FTR and then Adam Copeland and Christian Cage for the tag team championships. And I gotta say this before I continue. Dito, I honestly thought they were going to be transitional tag team champions, and they have not been. They have been probably right now one of the best things to happen with AEW currently at the moment. They have been, I thought they were just going to, they're going to, give them the titles. They're just going to give them the moment, and then they're going to drop them to the Young Bucks or somebody. That has not happened yet. So they are beyond transitional at this point because they've held the tag team title since I thought they won them in July. No, they won them in August at Forbidden Door. I was almost going to say July, but no, they won them in the that triple threat match where evidently enough they beat FTR. So I could see them hold on to the tag team titles until maybe they possibly face the Young Bucks. That could be a possibility. I could see FTR win the tag titles and then maybe FTR faces the Young Bucks or Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Or like I could see the tag team titles going back around to the Young Bucks by maybe it'll be FTR and the Young Bucks, and then eventually maybe Adam Copeland and Christian Cage beat the Young Bucks for the tag team titles. So I haven't. Who do I want to go with? I'm gonna go with FTR to win and become the new AEW World Tag Team Champions. It's been a pretty good little run for Dito, but I would be surprised if they beat FTR again. So yeah, give me FTR because I eventually think that'll lead to FTR versus Adam Copeland and Christian Cage for the tag team titles, or maybe even FTR and the Young Bucks, and then maybe the Young Bucks end up beating them, and then that would eventually lead to Adam Copeland and Christian Cage beating the Young Bucks. So for all of that to happen, FTR, they have to win the tag team titles here, or maybe they'd end up getting a fucking rematch later this year. I don't know that for a fact, but I feel like FTR, this is probably going to be their time to win the tag team titles, or the tag team championship. So yeah, give me FTR to win and become the new tag team champions. All right, next up, we have a $1 million trios match where the winners will receive a $1 million cash prize. Now, by the way, I hope you guys, all of these money matches, I hope you guys realize they're not actually giving away real money. Ain't no way. No, it's just a fucking gimmick. So let's bear that in mind. Oh God. Okay, so let's take a look at the competitors. We have Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express, Jungle Jack Perry, and Luchasaurus versus the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, and Josh Alexander. Who do I think is going to win this match? I know the Young Bucks, they want all these money matches so that way they can get rich again, and they can feel like they're going to get back the respect they feel like they deserve. And I don't think these money matches are going to cut it. I think the only way for the Young Bucks to get some of this respect back because they've been embarrassed countless times. They've the production team has gotten their entrance all fucked up on countless occasions. They've called them the broke bucks. They've called them talent name, all this shit. And by the way, they have say so on that. Even though on TV they don't have power, but behind the curtains they have a little bit of say so. So I mean they approve of this, you know what I mean? Because they want to try to get people to laugh at them, right? So it's just an ongoing thing with the Young Bucks, and that's why I think Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express will win this match, and they will win the quote unquote $1 million. I feel like the Young Bucks losing all of these money matches is eventually going to get them in a position where they're going to win the AEW tag team championships, and then people are going to start taking them seriously. They're going to start respecting them a little bit more like they did. So yeah, give me Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega to win this match. Now, we have a Casino Gauntlet match for the inaugural AEW National Championship, and I have no idea. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so these are the participants that are announced for the Casino Gauntlet: Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Ricochet, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey. Okay, so that's all we know so far as the Casino Gauntlet. I honestly have no fucking idea who's going to win this match, but if I had to pick somebody, let me just pick somebody. There's a high chance I'm going to be wrong, but I guess Ricochet. I don't fucking know. I'm just covering my eyes and throwing at a dartboard with that pick because I literally have no idea. So give me, I guess, Ricochet. Anyway, I'll probably be wrong, but it doesn't fucking matter. I just had to pick somebody, right? All right, next up, this one should be interesting. We have ourselves a no disqualification match for the AEW TNT Championship. If Mark Briscoe loses, he will be forced to join the Don Callis family. So we have the TNT champion Kyle Fletcher defending against Mark Briscoe, and of course Don Callis is going to be out there. Okay, who do I think is going to win? My brain is telling me, my mind is telling me to think, oh, they have a stipulation if Mark Briscoe loses, he's going to be forced to join the Don Callis family. Like, I remember back in the day when CM Punk and Rey Mysterio had a rivalry, and there was a match where if Rey Mysterio lost, Rey Mysterio was going to have to join CM Punk's little group, which I forget at this point what they were called. The Straight Edge Society, that's what they was called. And so Rey Mysterio, there was 2 matches where that stipulation was on the line, and well, Rey Mysterio won both of those matches. So my thinking is based off of that. Obviously, I'm thinking in my head, obviously Mark Briscoe's fucking winning the match at that point because there's no way that he is joining the Don Callis family with that stipulation in place. But I don't know. On the other hand, Mark Briscoe being forced to join the Don Callis family, it actually might make the Don Callis family a lot more fucking interesting, maybe. So I could see them going in that direction. Well, we need something to make the Don Callis family a little bit more interesting right now. And, there's been situations like that where, back in 2010, I believe it was, where John Cena lost a match against Wade Barrett, and where if John Cena lost, he was forced to join the Nexus, and that's exactly what happened. And he was forced to do Wade Barrett's bidding, although that didn't last all that long. But I could see them being in a situation, well, damn, we need something. We just need that one little thing to make the Don Callis family a little bit more interesting. But I really see Kyle Fletcher losing the championship right now? But like, if they're going to have Kyle Fletcher drop the TNT championship, this would be the time to do it. Although the Don Callis family, it's going to be kind of interesting, but it wouldn't be as interesting as if you force Briscoe to join the Don Callis family. So it's like, damn, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I'm going to pick, I haven't been wrong on picking the TNT championship title defenses up to this point. I gotta go with with my mind, and my mind is telling me to pick Mark Briscoe to dethrone Kyle Fletcher. That way he does not have to join the Don Callis family. So I'm gonna go with Mark Briscoe to win and become the new TNT champion. Although, I mean, there is the possibility that he ends up having to join the Don Callis family. I could see that happen too. So I would not be shocked if that happens. But nah, give me Mark Briscoe to win and not join the Don Callis family. Next up, we have a singles match between Darby Allin and the Bastard Pac. Now, I think as a part of why this match is happening, so we got to go back to Blood and Guts, right? The men's Blood and Guts match. So, toward the end of the match, Pac, no, you know what? Darby Allin is out of the cage at this point, and so is Pac, but we have Gabe Kidd who returns and he tases the shit out of Darby Allin with a taser. And so Darby Allin, Gabe Kidd, and Pac are up on the ramp on the stage, and that's when Gabe Kidd below, he gets two tables close together, and you guys probably seen this if you looked on my community tab where I have the picture. So Darby Allin and Pac, on the ramp on the stage, you have these two tunnels, and there's like a platform that you can stand on. So Darby Allin is climbing the top of one of the ramps on top of it, and Pac soon follows, and both of them are fighting up there. And well, Pac, obviously, he gets the best of a Darby Allin, and Gabe Kidd is down there. Gabe Kidd pours lighter fluid on both of the tables, and he sets both of the tables on fire. And this is where you have Darby Allin. He is being picked up by Pac, and he gorilla press slams Darby Allin off the fucking ramp onto the two flaming tables. And oh my goodness, Darby Allin is out of commission, out the match at that point. As you can see, for at least a couple of seconds, you can still see the fire on Darby Allin's back. Holy shit, like, oh my god. Damn. And I think that's why this match is happening, as a result of that. Who do I think is gonna win? You know what? This is a 50-50 pick at this point. Give me Darby Allin to win. Just for no apparent reason. I mean, they could have Pac beat Darby Allin. That could definitely be very possible, but I don't know. I feel like they're going to have Darby Allin win just because I feel like this is going to set up, unfortunately, another match between him and Jon Moxley. I hope not, but I see that being the case. So yeah, give me Darby Allin to win, to barely win. So yeah. All right, next up, we have a fatal four-way tag team match where the winning team chooses the stipulation for their semi-final match in the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. First up, we have the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, versus the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Sky Blue, versus Timeless Love Bombs, Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Tony Storm. That's actually their name. Okay, yeah, you know what? I don't hate it. Okay, that name threw me off for a second. Then finally, we have Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne. Okay, so it seems like Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale are going to be facing Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And in the other one, it seems like Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa are going to be facing Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne, which makes sense that Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa would be facing Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne because of the shit that happened in Blood and Guts, where Megan Bayne was just relentlessly beating Mina Shirakawa like a dog with one of those championship belts, and they were torturing Mina Shirakawa while Julia Hart and Sky Blue and Tekla were all holding Tony Storm down. Like, yeah. So who do I think is going to win this match? I honestly, whoever wins this match, I don't think is going to have a bearing on who's going to actually win the whole tournament. So, you know what? Give me, just on an off chance, give me Mina Shafir and Megan Bayne to win. I mean, I could totally be off based on that, but I feel like whoever wins this match is not going to necessarily win in the tournament. That's my thinking, and I don't see Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne going on to the finals. As I do think Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa will end up beating them when the tournament picks back up. So yeah, give me Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne for some reason, although they could go with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, or they could go with the Sisters of Sin. They could go with any of them. But I'm just on the off chance, give me Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne, which I hope. It would be interesting to see this be the finals. To see Julia Hart and Sky Blue versus Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Tony Storm. And if that finals does happen, you know what? Just to change it up, I would like to see Julia Hart and Sky Blue win. Although I could see them giving it to Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa, but just to really change it up for the first ever women's tag team champions, I would go for it. I would go with Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I absolutely would, to win the whole thing. That, if I was booking the show, that would be my winner. Even though I love Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Tony Storm, for the first ever women's tag team champions, I would absolutely go with Julia Hart and Sky Blue to set the standard, to have them become the first ever tag team champions of the women's division. That's what I would fucking do. But anyway, y'all already know my pick for this particular match. All right, finally, so we can go ahead and start to wrap this up. We have ourselves a no-holds-barred match between Jon Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly. Now, why this match is happening, because, at the end of the men's Blood and Guts match, Jon Moxley tapped out like a little bitch to Kyle O'Reilly. So there you go. That's why this one-on-one match is happening. Now, do I think Kyle O'Reilly is going to win this match? He'll have a chance. I'm sure. Oh yeah, Jon Moxley, both of them I'm sure will be bleeding, especially Jon Moxley. But do I realistically see Kyle O'Reilly beating Jon Moxley again? No, I don't. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I think Jon Moxley is going to win, and he's going to get that win back in this no-holds-barred match. Thus, that's why I think Darby Allin is probably going to win too, because probably at World's End, I imagine that's going to set up another one-on-one match between Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. So we'll see. That's what I'm calling now. Another one-on-one match between Jon Moxley and Darby Allin. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if the Death Riders, it really does need to end. Like, it does. But if Tony Khan is insistent on keeping them going, here's an idea on how to make them a little bit more interesting. You have the one-on-one match between Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. Have Darby Allin beat Jon Moxley again, and then you have the Death Riders turn on Jon Moxley and have them beat the hell out of him. I'm just saying, that would make them maybe a little bit more interesting. Because honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I don't even think Jon Moxley's the most badass member of the I was about to call him the Don Callis family. I don't even think Jon Moxley is the most interesting member of the Death Riders. I think that distinction goes to Marina Shafir, because, like, my God, like, she comes out there in the Blood and Guts match, and where she broke the mirror through the mirror at Timeless Tony Storm, even though she was coming out there barefooted, she stepped in the glass of the broken mirror and was stomping away on Mina Shafir. Like, goddamn, like, she didn't even flinch. Like, holy shit. I don't know, that kind of badassery, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of hot coming from Marina Shafir. So anyway, that was my AEW Full Gear predictions. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple of days with the results. So yeah, I don't know whether if you guys are going to get this today on Thursday. You guys, it might be Friday. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here so I can get this edited and go get a thumbnail and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye guys.